There is a silent war happening right behind the drywall of pretty much every high-end boardroom in the world.
Oh, absolutely. It is a constant daily battle against physics.
Right, because you're trying to push gigabits of uncompressed 4K video across hundreds of feet of space without, dropping a single pixel.
Which is incredibly hard to do in practice.
It really is.
Yeah.
So today, we are tearing open those walls to see how the pros actually win that war. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We are looking at the Kramer EXT3-C-XR-T Transmitter today.
Yeah, we are basing this on an HDTV Supply product page, and our mission is to demystify how these systems perfectly sync video, audio, and room controls over those massive distances.
Because if you have ever struggled with a messy conference room setup and just wondered how the pros make it look so completely effortless.
It is a stark contrast, really, to the usual mess of cables on a conference table.
Oh, the tangled ball of yarn.
Right, exactly. When you walk into a truly professional space, everything just works. And the secret to that seamless experience boils down to the infrastructure hiding completely out of sight.
Okay, let's unpack this because the standout feature here starts right at the desk with just a single USB-C input.
Yes, the BYOD convenience. Bring your own device.
Yeah. I mean, think of traditional AV like needing a separate delivery truck for every single item you order. You have one truck for video, one for audio, one for power.
That sounds like a logistical nightmare.
It is, but this Kramer device acts more like a high-speed freight train where video, network data, and power are just different shipping containers stacked onto the exact same rail car.
What's fascinating here is the sheer volume of traffic that one connection handles and, well, how it actually does it.
Wait, how does it do it all at once?
It is using DP-Alt mode. So instead of needing an external graphics adapter, the USB-C port does this neat trick where it repurposes some of its own data pins to send raw DisplayPort video directly to the transmitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you plug in one cable and it pulls your 4K video, audio, and an Ethernet connection while simultaneously delivering up to 60 watts of power right back to charge your laptop.
Which completely eliminates the anxiety of your laptop battery dying mid-presentation.
Right. You just sit down, plug in, and you are totally integrated.
That is wild. But wait, I get sending video out. But the spec sheet lists this thing at $884.
It is definitely a premium device.
It feels incredibly steep if it is just a long-distance video pipe. I mean, why not just buy a really long HDMI cord, run it through the ceiling, and call it a day?
Well, because standard HDMI relies on a highly fragile, high-frequency signal. Over long distances, that signal degrades quickly.
Ah, so your screen starts flickering.
Exactly, or it just drops out entirely. That is where the transmitter's HDTV 3.0 technology comes into play. It solves the physics problem.
Absolutely.
It takes that fragile video signal, packages it into standard network data packets, and fires it over tightly twisted C-key copper network cables.
And those twisted cables naturally reject electromagnetic interference, right?
Precisely. So it is actively protecting the data in transit. And the spec on this is staggering. It pushes uncompressed 4K video at 60 hertz.
Uncompressed.
Uncompressed. It even maintains a full 4.4.4 color space, meaning it isn't compressing or throwing away any subtle color data to save bandwidth. And it pushes all of that up to 100 meters or 330 feet.
Wow. Here's where it gets really interesting, though, because looking at the inputs, this isn't just a one-way street for video.
Not at all.
Yeah, I am seeing a physical display on button plus all these bidirectional extensions.
Right, and that is the real justification for the hardware. It is not just a video transmitter, it is a room control hub. Bidirectional means data flows both ways simultaneously.
Okay, got it.
It handles gigabit Ethernet, USB 2.0, infrared, and RS-232, which is an older but rock-solid serial communication standard used to control commercial hardware.
So from your laptop at the podium, you can seamlessly steer remote cameras, use mice, or type on keyboards across the room.
Exactly.
And that display on button.
It uses CEC technology, consumer electronics control, to send a wake-up command straight to the remote display over that same cable.
Oh, so you don't even need a separate remote.
No remote. Plus, it is backed by Kramer's iED Pro plug-and-play intelligence. That is an algorithm that automatically handshakes with the display to lock in the exact right resolution and refresh rate.
So no digging through display settings while a room full of people watches you sweat.
None of that. It just works.
So what does this all mean? I mean, true, professional AV is really about creating frictionless, invisible infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Yes, $884 is a hefty price tag up front.
But when you look at the HDTV Supply page, buyers give it a 4.7 out of 5 overall rating. In the field, buying the absolute absence of technical difficulties is truly worth its weight in gold.
It allows the technology to disappear so the focus remains entirely on the human connection and the work being done.
Which leaves you with a pretty wild thought to chew on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. As single cable technologies like HD base become even more powerful, will the whole concept of a permanently wired, dedicated smart room just eventually disappear?
That is fascinating to think about. Right. If pulling immense amounts of data, power, and control just takes one plug, well, soon, any empty physical space could instantly become a fully integrated broadcast studio just by you sitting down and plugging in a single USB-C cord.